tell you things that no one told me but God. You know, for the last year and 3 months of my life before, as a single woman, the Lord took me through a spiritual marriage. And in that spiritual marriage, He taught me how to love a husband. Because my commitment level, I never had I had one long-term relationship for about 2 years. And the rest was short-lived. Because I was single-minded, and I wanted to do things my way. So I didn't know so many things, but this is the one thing that really started to change my life. Because I didn't know that my needs could be met. I just thought all the things I desire, it's gone. I'm now 32. It's too late for me. But when I became, the closer I got with the Lord, the more I understood that He wants my whole entire life to be brand new. So those things I didn't get when I was growing up, I'm able to get now as a new creation. I'm able to get it now because I asked for it. Like, I love to hug. My family, we didn't do a lot of hugging. My brother did a lot of hugging, but he was the only one. But I always had a desire to be hugged and to hug people, but I was too chicken. So when I got married, actually started before I got married, I started hugging people. So I started understanding that you can have what you say if you're bold enough, if you have enough trust in someone to tell them. So I want you to look at that paper, and I want you to exchange paper. I want you to give that paper to your spouse. If you're watching by yourself, write these questions and don't answer them yet. Make a copy for your fiance, and then sit together and write this all out, and then swap papers with each other. And I want you guys to take one day to look at it. Just read each other's answers and see what those needs are. Think about it without judging each other, and think about it. And then what I want you to do to your fiance's paper, I want you to put a star by everything you think you can help them fulfill. And then I want you to get together the following day, and I want you to discuss it. I want you to be honest, and I want you to let them tell you in what way that they can help you. This is no time to be shy. Because when you get married and you close doors, everything should be open. There should be no more secrets. There should be no things that will make you embarrassed with each other. It's time to be opposite. Sorry, I got stuck there. It's time to be honest with each other. Do that and see how your life changes. Trust me. It will work. If it worked for me, it will work for you. Whatever that need is. You know, I used to minister to prostitutes back when I lived in San Diego. And when I used to ask them questions, I believe that everyone has a story. And so one day I asked the ladies, I said, how many men what percentage, do you have more married men or more single men coming to you? And they all said, married men. And they said, oddly enough, usually it's not for sex. And I was like, really? They said, no, it's not. It's a lot of needs that are met. They said, you know, there's men that come to me that want a spanking. There's men that come to me that want to be babied. There's all kinds of things. And they're scared to tell their wife because they think the wife will think, oh, he's some kind of freak. He's something's wrong with him. You know, I have counseled many of people. I'm a marriage counselor. And I've counseled many couples who had secret desires. Secret desires that other women or other men would do because they were too afraid, too shameful to share it with their own spouse. You know, we could reverse divorce rates. We can reverse this infidelity with prostitutes and things like that. If we trust each other enough and we trust God enough that they won't laugh at us, they won't call us some kind of weirdo. Whatever it is, because people have needs for all kinds of reasons. Like, I counseled someone once, years ago, and this man had a need to dress in soft lingerie, in his wife's lingerie. But he didn't trust her enough to tell her. So she came home one day from work, and he was there, and he had on her lingerie. And she was, of course, shocked. She was shocked. She thought, I'm getting a divorce. This man's a freak. And they came to me instead of going through the divorce, and I started telling them about this scripture and the needs. And what came out was, when he was a little boy, his mom was a single mother, and they lived in a very rough neighborhood. There's always gunfire and all these things. And he had to stay home by himself. And he was just a little guy. Like he was about 5'6", and he had to stay home while his mom went to work. And so with all this activity going on, he was afraid. And every time he would hear gunshots or the sirens and whatever was going on in his neighborhood, he would run in his mom's closet, and he would sit under her lingerie, and he would rub it on his face. And he said it made him feel good. It made him feel safe and secure. So from doing that year after year after year, nobody knows he's doing that except him. So now he's a grown man. He loves to feel lingerie on his skin. So whenever he has a rough day, guess what he runs to? When he gets stressed out, that's what he runs to. But he always had to go somewhere else to do it. He would sometimes go to a hotel just to put on lingerie. And so I made his wife to understand his need, and I shared my need. You know, as married, we've been married now, Valentine's Day will be 19 years we've been married. And every now and then I still have that need to be a daddy's girl. And all I do is go stand by the bed. And my husband knows what that means. I'm feeling like a little girl. I need to be a daddy's girl at that moment. So that night, my husband understands I'm feeling like a little girl. So there's no lovemaking that night. I need to be a little girl. And daddies don't touch their little girls. And so he'll do like he did the first time. He'll pull the covers back, help me get into bed, tuck me in. Sometimes he'll tell me a story, sometimes he doesn't. And now it's been, I would say now it's been maybe a year or two since I've had that need. But I'm telling you, whatever you do, it's time to be who you are. Be who you are to each other. Pull off the mask and come clean with each other. And you will have the best marriage of anyone you know. See, when I was growing up, nobody could tell me these things, but thank God for the spiritual marriage I was in. Thank God for all the teachings that the Lord gave me. There's a lot more I want to teach you. I'm going to be meeting with you every week. Every Tuesday, I'm going to meet with you. And I want you to always come prepared with a pen and a paper, because I'm going to always have a homework assignment for you, okay? So, in the meantime, I want you to write me a message on the comments. I have my email there, and I have my Facebook. So, please, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how the exercise went. And I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Be blessed.